Hello everyone. Today I will tell you a story. The story is titled, Tama and the Eyes That Always Follow Me. Please like and subscribe to my channel if you appreciate me. You can skip this if you don't and oppose. Like this video. Thank you very much. The story begins as follows. Every morning in our small, ordinary home begins the same way. With lights slipping through the curtains and with Tama's eyes already open, watching me. Before my alarm rings, before my feet touch the floor, I can feel it. That soft, steady gaze. Tama never jumps on the bed or barks to wake me up. He simply watches, tail giving a slow, careful wag, as if afraid that any sudden movement might break the fragile magic of a new day. Tama is not a big dog. He doesn't have the kind of dramatic beauty that turns heads at the park. His fur is a warm mix of brown and cream, slightly uneven, always sticking out near his ears no matter how much I try to brush it down. His eyes, though, are what everyone remembers. They are dark, round, and endlessly patient. When Tama looks at you, it feels as if time slows down just a little. As I sit up in bed, Tama lifts his head. His eyes follow every movement. My hands stretching, my feet searching for slippers, my sleepy walk toward the bathroom. He doesn't rush ahead. He doesn't demand attention. He simply follows with his eyes, like he is making sure I'm really there, that I haven't disappeared during the night. In the kitchen, while I make coffee, Tama sits near the door. His body is relaxed, but his eyes are still locked on me. When I drop a spoon, he tilts his head. When I sigh, he shifts closer. It's as if he understands that mornings are quiet negotiations between the day we want and the day that's waiting for us outside. When I finally kneel down to greet him properly, Tama's tail explodes into joyful movement. He presses his forehead gently against my chest, and for a moment, everything feels complete. No emails, no deadlines, just a dog and his human, sharing a promise made without words. I'm here. I see you. Life, of course, doesn't stay quiet for long. After breakfast, I sit at my desk to work. My laptop opens, notifications appear, and the world rushes back in. Tama settles beside the chair, curling his body into a neat circle. From there, his eyes never leave me. I notice it most when I'm stressed. When my shoulders tense, Tama lifts his head. When I rub my temples, he stands and stretches, then walks over to rest his chin on my knee. He doesn't need to understand the details of my problems. He understands me, or at least, the version of me that needs comfort. At noon, we go for our daily walk. The neighborhood is familiar, the same cracked sidewalk, the same old tree with its roots pushing through the concrete, the same neighbor who waves every time. Tama walks proudly, nose busy reading the invisible stories written on the ground. Yet even then, even with the world offering so many smells and distractions, his eyes keep checking back on me. If I stop, he stops. If I change direction, he adjusts instantly. If I sit on a bench, tired, Tama hops up beside me and looks straight into my face. Sometimes I wonder what he sees. Does he see the version of me that worries too much? The version that feels unsure about the future? Or does he see something simpler? Someone worth following, worth trusting, worth loving without conditions? In the afternoon, while sunlight warms the living room floor, Tama naps lightly. I know he's asleep, but I also know that the moment I stand up, his eyes will open. And they do. Always. Watching, waiting, ready. In the evening, as I prepare dinner, Tama sits a little farther away, pretending not to beg. His eyes, however, tell a different story. They follow every movement of my hands, every sound from the pan. When a small piece of food accidentally falls, his reaction is polite joy rather than wild excitement. Tama has manners, but he also has hope. As night falls, we return to the sofa. I scroll through my phone. Tama rests his head on my leg. His eyes slowly close, but not completely. One eye remains slightly open, just enough to keep track of me. It's not obsession. It's devotion. Quiet, steady, and deeply comforting. Tama's eyes have taught me something that modern life often makes us forget. Being present is one of the greatest forms of love. In a world where our attention is constantly pulled in 1,000 directions, Tama chooses one thing, me. Not because I am perfect, successful, or always happy, but simply because I am his person. This story is not just about a dog watching its owner. It is about the silent language between humans and animals, a language built on trust, patience, and consistency. Tama reminds me that relationships do not always need grand gestures. Sometimes, what matters most is showing up every day, listening without interrupting, and staying close even when there is nothing to gain. From Tama, we can learn to slow down and notice the small moments: a shared walk, a quiet evening, a familiar presence beside us. We can learn to treat animals not as accessories or entertainment, but as companions with emotions, needs, and deep loyalty. In our daily lives, let us practice Tama's way of loving. Be attentive to those around you. Offer your presence, not just your time. Care for animals with responsibility and respect, understanding that when they look at us, they see their whole world. And perhaps, if we learn to love as purely as they do, the world between humans and animals will become kinder, warmer, and more connected than ever before.